Good afternoon, YouTube. This is man always George Page, aka the Emperor of WMA Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, over the weekend we had a UFC event. It came out really early. I mean, it was really early in the day. The prelims was on ESPN, and the main event was on um, ABC. So I didn't have to do a streaming. I didn't have to, I could watch it on television. Hey, that saved me a lot of money, so that's a great thing. Now, this was fight night, I think 56, 57. I'm trying to remember. And this was between Brian Ortega and Yair Rodriguez. And I watched that fight and I saw it, and it was a tough break for Brian Ortega. I mean, just had shoulder surgery twice, and now has to go back and shoulder surgery again. I mean, that's messed up, brother. I mean, he was considered one of the top title contenders for the, I think it's a featherweight division. As you know, in his last fight, there was like some people believe he won, but hey, it's always a hit or miss with anything like that. So anyway, on this card was a fight that was supposed to happen last month, and that is Misha Cupcake. I'm gonna call her Cupcake Tate, but why I call her Cupcake Hate Tate, and Lauren Lucky Murphy, or I call her Lauren. I used to call her another name, but I'm being a little polite. Lauren Lunchy Lady Murphy. And this was a fight that was supposed to be Misha's debut at 125. And Misha's been fighting for a long time. Last year she had a couple of fights. She beat one of my favorite fighter, Mara Renault, and she got beat up by Catlin Vieira. And we all know what happened to Lauren Murphy. She got beat up by Valentina Shevchenko, and she's using excuses. But just that's why I'm not a big fan of Lauren Murphy. I'm not a big fan of hers. But anyway, the fight was going to be on UFC 276, but the fight was canceled because Lauren Murphy had to pull out because she had, I think she got the virus or something, and she had to pull out and get better. So the fight was moved to Saturday to fight night in Long Island, New York. And Misha came in, and he's fighting 125. And she looks a little, tight, not, I don't know. To me, I feel like this weight class may not work for her because, she used to fight big for a long time. 135. She fight 145, big part of her career. But she used to fight, in 35. So I don't know. She was told, somebody said that to make the move to 125. And I don't know, that was a bad move. But what I saw of Lauren, I mean, I was looking at they did the weigh-ins, the official weigh-ins, the ceremonial weigh-in. Lauren was striated. You can see her shoulders, her traps. You can see how much striation she's used to this weight now. She's been fighting as she used to fight as a 135, but she's been fighting as a flyweight for the past, I think, 4 or 5 years, and she's used to this. And I feel like this was a bad mistake. People were talking like, oh, Misha's gonna beat her, Misha's gonna beat her, Misha's gonna beat her, Misha's gonna beat her. But look at look how her definition. You can look at Misha, but look at Lauren. And here's Dana White. Oh, he got a big old forehead erection because he loves Misha Tate. He brought her back because Misha Tate was one of his favorite fighters. Paid for her boob job and a nose job. So and he's just so happy. You rarely ever see Dana White at a fight night. It's usually Nick Maynard or Sean Shelby. But you rarely see Dana at a fight night unless somebody's really important. But he's there. So this is the tape. Lauren's 3 years older than Misha. They're the same weight. Misha got the height advantage by each, and Lauren has the reach advantage. So anyway, the fight goes pretty tentative. I think pretty much I felt like Misha was moving kind of slow. But Lauren's aggressive. She's throwing strikes and jabs and going left and right. Misha, she throws some kicks. Mostly she's throwing a little more leg kicks and body kicks. But she did effectively defend herself. But you know what? Lauren was just going forward. She was keep pushing. A few times they gets the fence, and Misha did get the control every now and then. But Lauren was just stronger. I mean, she's stronger, and and just she put Misha gets the fence, but when you get the underhooks, it turned around, swirled around a good bit, and like I said, Lauren's just this. I think the stronger fighter. I mean, she's used to this weight class, and to me, Misha was kind of slow. Lauren did get a takedown, and she kneed Misha in the nose, same place that Kat Zingano hit her when they fought for that time back for contendership for 135. And and Misha just most of the time she was just grabbing her nose, trying to pick up. Don't do that. Let the blood run. And you could tell most of the blood that was coming on Lauren was from Misha because her nose was bleeding. And, she's getting shots, right hands, lefts, underhooks, elbows off the cage. Misha's getting bust up. You can see it, her face is like, look at her face. Look at her face. Lauren was really aggressive. She wasn't going to say, I'm not going out like this. I'm not, be doubted. And Misha just getting her. She already got a cut on her eye. The cut was getting swollen. It's the same place where Caitlyn Vieira busted her. She just bleeding all over the place. But like I said, she's still fighting, but she's still kind of a little slow and tentative a bit. And Lauren she's just going at her. You look at her arm. Look at her. She's just hitting hard. And Misha, she's just trying to best look, but that eye's getting swollen. Her eye, that cut in the eye's getting swollen. That stuff was getting huge, and her eyes getting closed. And and what Lauren was doing, she was just attacking that left side of her face, getting that swelling to get bigger and the eye to close. But then what came down to it, Bruce Buffer made the announcement, and it was unanimous decision in favor of Lauren Lunch Lady Lucky Murphy. I laughed. If you follow my IG, I posted the little reel of it because I watch it on my television. That's the great thing about it. I could watch it on my television, on free regular television, on tentative. Not I can watch it on cable. I got cable, but that's in my living room, so I watch it on my television in my room. And she did a call out, and she called out the winner between Manon and Andrade. But if you follow, Manon and Andrade is canceled. That fight is ending because Jessica Andrade has to pull out for unspecific reason, injury or something like that. You're supposed to have it in France, I believe, because now France MMA is illegal now. It's legal. You can go fight in a country like France. That's why I say like this. Dana White should get someone like GSP. He's French Canadian. That'd be great. A great ambassador for UFC's debut in France. So she's calling out, and she's talking about the fight with Valentina, how she was like this and that. But those are excuses. Valentina had a broken foot. She still came and fight. That's why I'm not. I did have what little respect I did have for Lauren Murphy. It really dropped off. And Misha, oh gosh, she just looked bad. And here's the truth: is Misha. Here's the thing: is Lauren was active. She's been active for most of her career now. You sat out for 5 years. You did what you did. You went off, and you had a family. You married this guy who got you pregnant after you cheated on your boyfriend. Then you have a couple of kids. The kids were there. That's sad. They watched their mama getting beat up. I think best like this. Most back in the day, some boxers never brought like the families come. Maybe they might like the wife, but not the kids. I remember seeing a fight with Miguel Cotto versus Manny Pacquiao, and Miguel's wife. While she's watching her husband get beat up, she took her little boy and him. They skit. They left. It's best to watch this stuff at home. If the husband want to come, that's cool. I know Cowboy Cerrone used to bring his son and his wife there, but you should never bring your children because the last thing they want to sue. I know it's also this fight, was what's the face? Michelle Water's son, and she brings her daughter. I think this thing is don't bring your children to this because the last thing they want to see is the mama getting beat up. So now what's next for the lunch lady? Possibly not. Like I said, they're going to bring back possibly Manon versus Chikagian. That fight was supposed to be the original fight supposed to set up, but in fact it was something happened to Chikagian. But if she has enough time to heal from an injury or whatever, they're going to have that fight. They might try to push it for France since, or they might push it someplace else. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of Lauren Murphy, but this time I think because what the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But this is not too much of a friendship. But for Miesha Tate, well, sweetheart, 135, no. Even though 135 is not the strong division like it used to be, it's not the division for you anymore. You sat out too long. Worse than when, Joanna, who sat out for 2 years, you sat out for 5 years. And he decided to come back. Yes, you beat Marion. No. When Marion was ready to walk out, and Marion's like over 50, so Father Time, it gets to you. You're 35 years old. You had kids. Now the sport has changed. It has 5 years. It has passed you by. You were doing other stuff. You were working for one championship. You were managing some fighters. Go back to that. Or if you feel like like I said, her last fight, she needed to make some money for her fight camp. She didn't get paid as much. And this fight was supposed to be an opportunity for Valentina to get on to become a main event for next pay-per-view. But now that's up in the air. That's over. That's done. This is the curse of Valentina. Keep Valentina out your mouth. That's the curse. You talk about Valentina, and think you can beat her. This is what happened to you. You got beat by a scrub. I'm saying, I say Lauren Murphy's a good fighter, but she's still not at the level of Valentina. She squeaked out a good 5 fight win. One of them, it gets some girl who's a strawweight from Russia, and we haven't seen that girl since she fought Lauren Murphy. Where's that girl from Russia that fought Lauren Murphy, who was a strawweight fighting fly? That's the thing, Misha. You just don't belong here anymore. It passed you by. You only hear reason here because of Dana White's feelings for you, or his he gets Dana White. Even though he's a great businessman, he's too nostalgic. He holds on to these old fighters he can. But like I said, here's the thing for you, Misha. If you feel like you need to make money for your next fight camp, I got here's a great job for you. It's called OnlyFans. A lot of girls are doing it now, and some of the girls that not that pretty, but they do it because the fact is, it's a way to make money. Even my content where you bodybuilder, there's a lot of female bodybuilders do OnlyFans. The fact is, it's a way for women to make money, especially between shows, and if you don't have a real job, it's a way to make a little extra money. So, I know you got kids, but hey, all you gotta do is find a nice little place in the house. Got on there, hey, wear a nice little a suit. I know the guys want to see your fake fun bags. But you know what? That's the way you can make money. Or like I said again, get out of the MMA game. Go back to the working behind the scenes. Be a judge. Maybe start think about being a referee. Do something for you with your life, because you know what? It has passed you by, Misha. And like I said, the cupcake got smashed by the lunch lady. Well, I say. Anyway, this is man all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of WMMA Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.